यस सर।
हाँ, सो हम लोग देख रहे थे यहाँ पे कैसे इस तरह से स्कोटल टेम्परेचर, स्कोटल सरकमफ्रेंस को कैसे मेजर किया जाता है। इट इज बीन डिस्प्ले ओवर हियर। तो इंक्रीजिंग ऑफ टेम्परेचर, टेस्टिस जब ब्लीडिंग साउंड इवेल्युएशन कर रहे होते हैं तो टेस्टिस के भी टेम्परेचर को हम नापते हैं। टेस्टिस का टेम्परेचर अगर ज़्यादा बढ़ा हुआ है तो देयर इज चांसेस ऑफ infertility of the bull may be increased. So in temperature should also be very important part. Now you come here, you can see here it is possible to, जब हम ब्रीडिंग साउंड इवेल्युएशन करते हैं जेनेटेलिया और दी इंटरनल और जितने भी जनरल सेक्सुअल एग्जामिनेशन करते हैं तो हम उसमें से क्या है कि पर रेक्टम एग्जामिनेशन करते हैं, उसमें हम एम्पुला तक को हाथ से छू सकते हैं, एम्पुला, सेमिनल वेसिकल्स, है ना। The tail of epidermis should be assessed for turgidity. For what for purpose it is to be examined? It is possible to palpate the head and tail of the epidermis, but the body is often difficult because of its medial positions. The tail of the epidermis should be assessed for turgidity. A flaccid structure is associated with either disruption of sperm production or depletion of sperm reservoir through the overuse. So testis volume is highly correlated with daily sperm output. Suppose the testis is having a large testis as having, certainly the large testis is having a huge amount of sperm than the small testis. So measurement, it's depend upon the measurement of the scrotal circumference is common part of the breeding sound evaluation. This is very important part for the breeding sound evaluation, scrotal circumference. Here you can see the age. If the some bull breeding male animal is having age of 2 years old, it is having scrotal circumference of 34 centimeters. If the bull is having more than 2 years old, their circumference may be 38 centimeters and it can be passed. It can be allowed. The bull can be kept for the purpose of breeding sound, kept for the breeding purpose. The fertility of the bull can be predicted by this scrotum circumference measurements. Now you come to the next slides. Scrotum circumference I have already told. तो प्रोस्टेट और वेस्टिकुलर ग्लैंड, एम्पुला, ये सब जो है हम हाथ से एग्जामिनेशन कर सकते हैं. नाउ ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ मैटिंग बिहेवियर और क्वाइटस. नाउ यू कम टू द पॉइंट वेयर द बुल इज एग्जामिन्ड फॉर द मैटिंग बिहेवियर्स. तो सर्विस टेस्टिंग ऑफ बुल. सर्विस व्हाट? some bull is when giving the service, it means ejaculation or it is giving this ejaculation. If you are taking, this is service. So सर्विस टेस्टिंग ऑफ बुल इज ऑफ टू टाइप, लिबिडो टेस्ट एंड सर्विस कैपेसिटी. लिबिडो टेस्ट कैसे करते हैं? हाउ दिस इज डन? सर्विस कैपेसिटी. लिबिडो क्या है? द असेसमेंट ऑफ इंडिविजुअल बुल परफॉर्मेंस. सपोज दिस बुल इज हैविंग लो लिबिडो टेस्ट, certainly the bull will take time for mount over the dummy or the cow. So serving capacity is also a test in which many of the bull is given in front of the bull which is intended for semen collection. There will be a competitive competitive between the bulls. This type of competitive mating test in which group of 4 to 6 bull are admitted to restraint and standardized heifer or number of the mount and effective service are recorded. Service test. What is service test? Service test is what? The quantitative or qualitative aspect of the bull performance are emphasized according to the type of age of the animal examinations. Libido. It is unrelated to the sperm production, semen quality. Libido is somewhat different. Some animal or the, suppose let's example for the human. Some animal or a human may have their libido more, but their chance of that semen is having less concentration of spermatozoa. Even having libido or sexual desires, the animal or the human may not be able to produce a fertile sperms, even having libido. So libido is something different from the sperm production. This is the unrelated to sperm production and semen quality. The primary function of the serving test is that testing is that it allows examiner to see the penile and locomotor problem and to eliminate the bull with unacceptably low libido. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes sir.
कोई दिक्कत है? Any problem? हेलो,
नो सर,
है ना, ठीक है,
नो सर, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
ओके ओके। So here you see older bull and their increased risks of locomotor. Suppose a bull we have taken for breeding purpose, maybe the older. So older, if you are taking older bull, there is chance of a locomotor damage, maybe head or tail, and maybe their legs may fractures or the penile problems because it becomes senility. Some bull, if some bull is having a age of older, then certainly there will become a senility. There will be a penile problem. Can be examined over a greater number of the amount than is required for young bulls. इसका टेस्ट कैसे करेंगे? सपोज ओल्डर बुल है, यंग बुल है, तो ओल्डर बुल को हम मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ माउंट करा करके हम टेस्ट कर सकते हैं वेदर दिस बुल इज फिट फॉर ब्रीडिंग पर्पस और नॉट. So while inexperienced bull can be observed for ratio of mount to intromissions. So this is collection assessment. You see here how it is collected semen. This is the right hand and left hand. Left hand is used for the grasping of the penis of the bull, and right hand is keeping with the right hand is having artificial vagina, AV is having. So while collecting, you should be very alert about that. So space the special I want to stress here is that the ejaculation volume of the particular bull is depend upon the temperature of the artificial vagina. This is temperature is between 45 and 48. Suppose this temperature is having less than that, there is chance of that the bull may not ejaculate. So this is important. So you should maintain the temperature of the artificial vagina for collection of semen or the purpose for the examination of the breeding sound evaluation of the bull. Follow my point? समझ रहे हो बात को अरुण?
यस सर.
हाँ, तो ये जो एग्जामिनेशन कर रहा है, यू सी हियर दिस इज राइट हैंड. कैसे करेक्शन करना ये बता. दिस इज आर्टिफिशियल वेजाइना, है ना. तो हियर यू सी दिस इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन. कैन यू रीड दिस? कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज रिटन हियर? दिस इज वही आई हैव टोल्ड यू. नाउ यू कम हियर. हियर this is what? This is the electroejaculators, and this is the collection of semen from the stallions, and this is collecting semen from the what? Dogs. Collection from the vagina of a mare is not normally possible since ejaculation occurs directly in the uterus. वेजाइना से सीमेन बहुत सारे स्पीसीज में कलेक्ट करते हैं. पहले स्टेलियन से करते थे, फिर बुल में करते थे. तो समटाइम्स प्रॉब्लम अकर डायरेक्टली, क्योंकि यूट्रस में डायरेक्ट होता है तो लेना बहुत मुश्किल है. रैम semen is relatively easy to collect from ram by electroejaculation by the use of an और AV. दो मेथड है रैम से सीमेन कलेक्शन का, electroejaculation and by artificial vagina. Bore is digital manipulations like a dog. When you are taking semen from dog, similarly the process is same for the bore also. It is what? It is nothing but it is a digital manipulation, manual stimulations or the digital manipulations. And this is electroejaculator for the rams, digital collection of semen from the dogs. Now you come here. This is the process. Dog semen can be taken readily from the most dog by digital manipulation. The presence of teaser bits, preferably in estrus, facilitate the procedures. And it is generally considered that semen collected by digital manipulation is better quality and quality probably because of the deleterious effect of the latex of the AV upon the canine sperm. Many at times the bull is used for the semen collection by the AV methods, but you would not know about that. The sum of the latex is having deleterious effect upon the spermatozoa, liability of the spermatozoa. Latex rubbers is having some deleterious effect over the life expectancy of the sperms. समझ में आ रहा है जो बोल रहे हैं हम? हेलो हेलो.
यस सर.
हाँ, तो ये क्या लिखा हुआ है? क्या आपका यहाँ पे क्या है? What is written here? What do you understand by these lines? Sometimes latex, which has been used in artificial vagina, is very toxic to the spermatozoa, so there should not be used in case of dogs. So initial phase dog में कितना होता है? Sperm rich fraction is that much value. Pre-ejaculative fluid is having that much value, and thick creamy fluid is produced within a few seconds. Dog then attempt to turn tie, and whereupon the post-sperm prostatic fraction is volume is having 30 ml up to 30 ml, which is ejaculated over 3 to 30 minutes. Now you come to this point. Here you see. This is the cause of male infertility. Broadly, the cause of male infertility is of two types. This is known as impotentia condyle and impotentia generoides. Both are responsible for the male infertility. Impotentia generoides is having that the animal is having sexual desire or they are having the capacity to mount, but there is more chance that the semen may not be having fertile spermatozoa. There may be a problem of synthesis of the spermatozoa. There may be a chance of less number of sperm. So these are the cause over that. This is the condyle. This is lack of libido, failure of erection, disease of joint, tumor of the penis, disease of the penis, other causes. These are the causes of the especially disease of the penis and prepuces. This is rupture of penis, deviation of penis, balanoprostasis, fecal rod, phimosis, paraphimosis, diaphragm, paraphisms, and hernia. These all are the cause for the impotentia condyle, and this is impotentia generoides. This is having two types. When some bull is suffering from the impotentia generoides, may have some apparently normal semen. Some bull may not have abnormal semen, maybe abnormal semen. If suppose some bull is having abnormal semen, it means that the bull is having cryptorchids, inguinal hernia, imperfect testicular descent, testicular hypoplasia, testicular degeneration, testicular fibrosis, neoplasm, epididymis, scrotal circumference, scrotal torsions, and orchitis. These are the problem with the abnormal semen. Suppose a bull is having impotentia generoides and having normal semen, there may be chance of the sperm chromosome. This is the diagram effect, novated spermatozoa, chromosomal defect. These are the inherited type of defect found in case of bull. So while going to predicting the fertility of any bull or going to evaluate of any bull for the purpose of breeding, you should keep all this in mind. That should be examined exclusively. Hello, hello, अरुण.
Yes, sir.
समझ रहे हो
Yes,
जो
sir.
बता रहे हैं हम? हेलो.
Yes, sir.
ये स्लाइड समझ में आ
Yes,
गई?
sir.
अच्छा ठीक.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Testicular hypoplasia. What is testicular hypoplasia? Testicular hypoplasia, this is a congenital failure in development of the spermatic epithelium. Spermatogenic epitheliums. Congenital failure. Spermatogenic epithelium में क्या होता है? This is germinal cells where seminiferous tubules is producing spermatozoa. Suppose this testis is suffering from testicular hypoplasia, there is chance of the problem of development of the spermatozoa. This is maybe the hereditary or non-hereditary. Hereditary, suppose bull is having such type of problem, maybe hereditary. The reason is that bull is may have the recessive gene. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Suppose bull is suffering from testicular hypoplasia, and there are two reasons: hereditary and non-hereditary. So suppose bull is having hereditary cause, it means this bull is having recessive genes. The non-genetic cause is that this is extra X chromosome. Some bull is having X and Y chromosome. Suppose one extra chromosome is given. This is known as the Klinefelter syndromes. Here you can see this is Klinefelter syndromes. This is non-genetics, unilaterals. Sometimes some bull is having testicular hypoplasia in a one testis. Sometimes the bull is having bilateral hypoplasia. Hello.
Sir, Klinefelter syndrome को sir non-genetic कैसे कहें?
Non-genetic
तो sir
है.
genetic
नहीं, ये हेरिडिटरी नेचर का नहीं है ना. It will not be inherited. नॉन जेनेटिक है, ये जेनेटिक कारण नहीं है, जीन्स अलग है. इसमें जीन का इन्वॉल्वमेंट थोड़ा है. इट इज involvement of a chromosomes. Certain number of chromosomes, extra chromosomes have been incorporated. So this is non-genetics. हेलो, समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो
Yes, sir.
ये
Yes.
जब हम टेस्टिस की बात करते हैं तो यू शुड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड दैट वी आर हैविंग टू टेस्टिकल्स, है ना? So two testicle, it means that some disease may have unilateral problem and some animal is having bilateral problem because there is two testicles. So in many of the disease where you will find the pair number of the organs, suppose let's example seminal vesicles, it is also of two pair, one pair, and two seminal vesicles, two bulbourethral glands. So there is a chance of literal, the chance of the word using of word like unilateral, bilateral. So always you should keep in mind there may be chance of a unilateral or bilateral problem. Unilateral is more common than the bilateral hypoplasia. If suppose this bull is having any bilateral problem, naturally the bull will be sterilized. There is a problem. In bull, left side hypoplasia is more than the right. Symptom: the scrotum of the affected male is smaller than the normal male. The spermatic cord is shorter. The increased proximal protoplasmic droplets. Protoplasmic droplet is what? During in your undergraduate study, you have been taught out that protoplasmic droplet is nothing but the remaining cytoplasm of the spermatozoa which is going to form. It is having cytoplasm. During the synthesis, some of the cytoplasm is retained in his body. This is a proximal protoplasmic droplets. Sometimes the protoplasmic droplets when going to ejaculate sometimes removed, or some sperm may not be absorbed. They may be distantly processed, or you can say the distal protoplasmic droplet. If suppose some sperm is having when ejaculating, when some bull is ejaculating and having proximal protoplasmic droplet, it means that the bull is having immature sperm in his ejaculates. So if some bull is having distal proximal protoplasmic droplet, it means that the sperm is having, the sperm is fertile. Sexual desire is not affected in case of the testicular hypoplasia because there is an interstitial cell and bleeding cell which is secreting the testosterone. So sexual desire will be same either in testicular hypoplasia or testicular degeneration. In both the cases, the animal or the human, if having such a problem, will having sexual desires or having no any problem in the libido. So, but in case of that, so sexual desire is not affected, low concentration of sperm, low motility, bilateral. Suppose is having some animal bilateral of testicular hypoplasia, there will be a clear watery, few and no sperm. Diagnosis कैसे करेंगे? Size of testis, सब small and flabby, epididymis is small and hard, libido normal, prognosis poor, treatment affected bull should not be used for breeding purpose. Now you come to over here, the cryptorchidism. This is also happen of two types, unilateral and bilateral. Suppose an animal is having their testicle in the region of the spermatic cords. So this is, you can say this is a high flanker. When testes are located in the inguinal canal or male is having, suppose the testis is located in inguinal canals. So there may be a chance, you can say this is a high flanker. The word is given here, high flanker. High flanker means that the testes are located in inguinal canal. The male is called high flanker. When cranial to the scrotum is called low flanker. जब scrotum के पास रहेगा cranial to scrotum, it is called low flanker. This is bilateral and unilateral, monoarchid and anorchidisms. Anorchidisms and monoarchidisms, unilateral. These are the terms. You should go through the books and study. It is all about this. Have whatever written in these slides is written from the book of the authors. You should go through the author books. All is written there. Incidence. You see what is the incidence of this cryptorchidism? Incidence. It means Australian board dog are the common. This is having cryptorchidism more number. The chance of having of this cryptorchidism in these animals are more. Unilateral are more common than the bilaterals. एटियोलॉजी जेनेटिक फैक्टर होते हैं, डिफेक्ट इन टेस्टिस, inadequate abdominal pressure, excessive enlargement, governaculum, है ना, these are the excessive enlargement, governaculum is nothing but the draw the testis from the abdomen to the scrotums. Symptoms, what is the symptoms of this cryptorchidism? The chance of development of the tumor or neoplasia is more. The chance of feminization of the particular animals or bull which is suffering from cryptorchidism is that it may become feminized. Behavioral modification, hypersexuality and excitability. Diagnosis, external palpation, ultrasonography, semen picture. If you examine any bull is having cryptorchidism, their semen picture will show low concentration and abnormal sperm and azoospermia. Prognosis, poor. Treatment, affected bulls should not be used for the breeding purpose. Now you come of testicular degenerations. Same, there are a lot of reason behind this culprit, behind this disease. There is no limit of the reasons. If particularly in case of testicular degeneration, someone asks to you what are the reasons and number the reasons, how many numbers. So you say just simply that there is no any reasons, there are unlimited reasons behind this testicular degeneration. There are certain of the reasons, there are a number of reasons behind this testicular degeneration. Some of them are enlisted here. There semen etiology, indolence. Here you see what is written, indolence. Indolence means there is no end of for this condition. Common are hypothermia, extreme cold, advanced age, stress, irradiation, autoimmune, hormonal imbalance, and nutritional disorders. Incidence may be bilateral or unilateral. Bilateral is very common. Bilateral testicular generation is very common. Symptom, a smaller and softer than the normal. Libido is not affected. Adhesion between the testis and scrotums are usually found. Fibrosis, calcifications also occur in late stage. Testis become hard and shrunken and irregular. When you examine semen picture, you will find, depend on the degree of involvement of the testicular tissue. Some testicular degeneration having less tissue damage, so there is less effect on the semen pictures. So increasing in the incidence of loss of heads. Sometimes sperm, their head may be loosened. Immature spermatozoa like proximal protoplasmic droplets will be increased. In ejaculate volume is not affected. Motility falls. Motility of the sperm may fall. Abnormality rise. Diagnosis based on history, careful examination of scrotum, semen picture, ultrasonography. Prognosis, what is prognosis of testicular degeneration is clear to gods. But one thing is very, very important for the testicular degeneration is that testicular degeneration may sometimes become very fast. But when you come to the point for the recovery, it takes too much time. जब कोई चीज खराब हो जाता है तो बहुत तेजी से खराब होता है, लेकिन जब वो ठीक होने का समय आता है, it takes time, too slow. It's very slow when recovery point of view, it's become very correction of causes. Treatment क्या है? जो the culprit or the causes which is responsible for this testicular degeneration should be removed. Supplementation of nutrition, supplementation of vitamin A, sexual rest, keeping animal and cool. Now you come orchitis. What is orchitis? Orchitis is the inflammation of the testis. Or scrotum. Scrotum, inflammation of the scrotum is called. Orchitis is inflammation of testis. Okay. Inflammation of testis epididymis is called orchioepididymitis. Inflammation of tunica alveolaris is called periorchitis. These are the terms which will be asked to you in examinations. Incidence, unilateral orchitis is more common than bilateral orchitis. Etiology, you can see the orchitis is having a very important Brucella aortus. Brucella aortus is the main culprit behind this orchitis. Brucella aortus, especially Mycobacterium tuberculosis are the most common cause of orchitis. Physical symptoms, acute orchitis, high fever, scrotum becomes swollen, hot, last diagnosis, scrotal palpation, sex libido reduced because of the pain or the fever. The animal which is suffering from the orchitis, their libido will be reduced. Semen picture, we will also change in semen picture. You will see the watery, abnormal spermatozoa, giant cells will be, number of giant cells will be increased. number of abnormal spermata will increase, blood, pus cells, volume, normal cells, it all have increased. Treatment, what is treatment of this orchitis, sexual rest, application of ice pack to the testes, systematic administration of antibiotic, anti-inflammatory drugs. Now up come to the point of disease of sexual excessive sex gland. Seminal, there are a number of accessory glands. There are two number of seminal vesicles that we have started out, and one prostate gland, two Cowper's gland, or you can say bulbourethral glands. These all are the accessory glands, and some of the affection that happens sometimes with this accessory gland is that seminal vesiculitis. When the inflammation of the seminal vesicle, there is called seminal vesiculitis. It is common in bull, stellium, and boars. Etiology, bacteria, virus maybe. Sometimes streptococcus, sometimes brucella, sometimes the IBR, or the other virus which are responsible. Clinical signs. Most of the affected animals do not show any clinical signs of the vesiculitis. Sometimes animal may experience the abdominal pains, abscess in infected gland, unilateral. CN picture will show decrease in motility, elevated pH level, low fructose concentration, brownish color of semen. Diagnosis confirmed by the rectal examination or by characterized by the enlargement of the particular gland. Treatment. Bull older than 9 years of age seldom recover from vasculitis. Younger bull recovered within 6 months. Medical treatment of this disease condition is based on long-term antibiotic therapy. Amputation of affected gland removal is the only hope of treatments. Prostatics, prostatic disease, prostatic glands. Sometimes bull is getting inflammation of the prostate. You can say prostatitis. Inflammation of the prostate is very common in case of dogs. Is very common, and this is very common in castrated dogs, uncastrated dog, than the intact dog. You know, castration of the dog, when you are going to castrated dogs, male dogs, so many of the male diseases will not be happens, because many of the male diseases like seminal vasculitis, like tumor of the testis, all is responsible by the due to the presence of the testis. Testis is having androgen. So suppose it has been research has been observed that the particular dog, when their testis has been removed or is castrated, so the chances of the prostatitis or the benign tumors or metastasis, they will not happen. So etiology is Brucella canis, Proteus, Streptococcus. Clinical signs what? If fever, high pulse rate, constipation, archback, anorexia, vomiting, leukocyte. These are the reason of the disease of prostate gland. This is the same sign symptom. Treatment, parenteral administration of broad range antibiotic for longer periods are indicated. If the cause is Brucella, then prognosis is poor. Intact male treatment is very difficult. Intact male. Suppose intact male means that the dog is having their testis. Yes, the dog has never been gone under the castrations. This is intact male. You can say this is intact. Suppose a female never gone to cesarean section, it means that this is intact female. So castration is a choice as it prevents reoccurrence. Now you come over prostatic hyperplasia. You have already, I have told to you, and what is the sign? This is sign. Reason is what? BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia. BPH. Pathogenesis what is? Androgen dependent and therefore does not occur in the castrated dogs. This problem, the hyperplasia, is developed due to the presence of
B का मतलब सर प्रोस्टेटिक हाइपरप्लेसिया B सर क्या है?
B, benign. हेलो
Yes
हेलो
sir.
ये बिनाइन
Yes, sir,
ट्यूमर
समझ
होता है.
गया.
बिनाइन का मतलब एक होता है मेटास्टेसिस, होता है बिनाइन, मैलिग्नेंट एंड बिनाइन. So many times prostatic hyperplasia is benign types. So it is written over here benign. Benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. The most common canine prostatitis disorder of the intact old dogs. It is characterized by an increase in epithelial cell number. Suppose number of epithelial cell increase, it means hyperplasia, as well as increase in epithelial size is called hypertrophy. Pathogen is what? This is nothing but the increasing in the level of the androgens. Androgen, it's converted into the testosterone. Testosterone is converted into the dihydrotestosterone in presence of alpha reductase enzymes. So the This pathogen, this prostatic hyperplasia has been observed in presence of the in presence of the testosterone or the testis. So in many of the time, scientists have observed that if the animal is going and undergone castration, the animal will not be reported any problem of the prostatic hyperplasia. Testis androgen is main reason of this cows. Okay. So diagnosis, radiography, ultrasonography treatment, the most effective treatment is castration. If not castrated, then this medicine is to be given. This is called finasteride. Finasteride or P4 may be given. This is very, very important. Finasteride to study what is this. Testicular neoplasm. Neoplasm is kya? What is tumor? This is nothing but a tumor. Tumor of testis. Testis of tumor of the testis is usually found of three types. This is called Sertoli cell tumor, interstitial cell tumors, and leading cell tumors. Interstitial cell, Sertoli cell, and seminoma. Seminoma is the second most common type of tumor in dog. This arises from the germinal epithelium of the seminiferous tissue. This will be found more in case of kid dogs. Sertoli cell tumor. This is rare in occurrence. सबसे कम, very less tumor type is found in case of very less type of tumor is found of leading cell tumors. While second number come under Sertoli cell tumor. This is first. So Sertoli cell tumor, this is rare in occurrence. Canine Sertoli cell tumor is characterized by feminizations. This is very important. When Sertoli cell tumor is happen, it means there is a chance of the feminization of that particular male is more. The chances of, because excessive estrogen produce lead to hair loss, brittle hair, thin skin, female-like deposition of fat over the body. Gynecomastia is what? What is gynecomastia? It is the enlargement of what? Udder or the chest. So this is now the gynecomastia. Penile atrophy, superficial swelling, and anemia. These all are the signs, symptoms of Sertoli cell tumor. And diagnosis by symptom, CBC count, radiography, ultrasonography, treatment, surgical, castration, prognosis poor. Now you have got sperm and abnormality. Whenever we are going to examine any bull, you should keep in mind that the sperm abnormality should not be more than 20%. This is the standard level of 20%. Maximum of 20% total sperm abnormality, with not more than 5% of the individual class. Any individual class is allowed in bovine semen for use in AI. Suppose some is having tail abnormality, head abnormality. So there should all, by totally, that should not be increased over the 20%. Classification of the sperm abnormality based on the location of the abnormality. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
कैसा लग रहा है? हाउ यार, कैसा लग रहा है क्लास? ठीक है? बोर नहीं हो रहे हो?
नहीं सर, अच्छा है.
बोर नहीं हो रहे हो?
नो सर.
Okay. So classification of sperm based on location abnormality of the sperm. Suppose location of abnormality of the sperm, head defect, meat piece defect, tail defect. Based on abnormality arise on different part of the genital tracts, you can characterize primary abnormality, secondary abnormality, and tertiary abnormality. So location, head abnormality, and meat piece abnormality and tail defect. Some sperm is having head abnormality. Suppose some sperm is having head abnormality. So there is a total of 9 types of abnormality you can observe. Microcephalic, it means that the size of the head will be short. Macrocephalic, it means size of the head of the sperm will be increased. Elongated, short broad heads. Head may be short and broad. Pyriform, it means that sperm head become pierced. Novid sperm defect, diadem defects, 3 heads. Meat piece defect, double meat piece, abaxially attached, highly coiled, these swollen necks, pink knock. These all are the part of the spermatozoa. So when you will go through the part of spermatozoa or the ultrastructure of the spermatozoa, you will find that type of the abnormality in the semen, which usually happen. It is found in case of infertile bull, and many a times their fertility, their maximum percent is 20% is permissible. If it is more than bull should not be used for the breeding purpose. So tail defect is of Catlett coil tail, double tail, bent tail, broken tails. Now we come here based on the abnormality rising during the passage in different parts of the generator. Suppose testis, in the testis sperm is produced. So when the testis, when the sperm is formed and coming from the testis to the epididymis and epididymis to the vasa differentia and vasa differentia to the ampulla and then ejaculated. So in that process, to some of the abnormality is observed. Suppose primary. Can you see my slide? Hello?
नहीं सर, अभी नहीं दिख रहा।
नहीं दिख रहा है? अब दिख रहा है?
नो सर।
अच्छा, अब दिख रहा है? हाँ,
यस सर, अब दिख रहा है।
हाँ। तो हाँ, ये समझ में आ रहा है जो हम बता रहे हैं? नहीं आ रहा है समझ में? हेलो? ना
Yes,
बिकम
sir.
बोर हो चुके हो क्या?
नो सर।
So based on abnormality, there is a three types: primary abnormality, secondary abnormality, and tertiary abnormality. This is secondary abnormality. This is tertiary abnormality. This slide will be given to you when we will be studying. You will be clear. Your concept will be clear. And reproductive abnormality in male, we have already studied impotentia general die and impotentia condia. First condition called unwillingness and inability to mount. Abnormality of the coitus. These are the things I have already started, make you understand. Here you see, this is the line length. You see here, if somebody is having such type of problem, A is what? Too strict. You see here the strictness is increased. And C, here you see, and this is the sickle cells. You see here the structure. And B is a common cause of impaired mating ability in older bulls. This is common cause. So honeymoon back, you have in this condition the pain caused by this is very, very important. You see here, this is you keep in mind honeymoon back ruptures of lumbosacral fascia. I have told you, and in this condition, pain caused by rupture of the fascia is such that forelimb cannot be raised in the preparation for mounting. This is very, very important part. This is very important. So when you will go through these slides, you see here. No, you cannot see here because this is very difficult to show you. And I can.
आठ बजे तक क्लास।
अच्छा, स्लाइड भेज देंगे तो पढ़ लोगे ना?
यस सर।
स्लाइड अगर हम मेल कर देंगे तो कोई दिक्कत है तुमको? तो
नो सर।
ठीक, ऐसा करते हैं, आज एंड करो यहाँ पे, कल हम फिर से क्लास लेंगे।
यस सर।
और यू विल कल फिर ले लेंगे, कल तो आओगे ना?
यस सर।
ठीक है, कल क्लास लेते हैं, आज यहाँ एंड करते हैं, ठीक है?
ठीक है सर।
ओके। और दीप शिखा,
यस सर।
कैसा लगा क्लास? समझ में आया?
यस सर, आया।
तुमको नहीं आया समझ में?
सर
आया है?
यस सर।
ओके, तो अभी डिपार्टमेंट में कौन बैठे हुए हैं? सेन गुप्ता है या हेड साहब हैं बैठे?